Hello! If you're new here, my name is Heather and I had a major reconstructive knee surgery about 7 months ago. And after I had the surgery, my doctor told me to make sure that I got some zinc oxide sunscreen because I was going to be going to Disney 10 weeks after the surgery. And he explained it that the regular sunscreen that we use, like the spray, like copper tone that you're like using when you go to the beach, that is a chemical sunscreen. So it's the chemicals that are blocking the sun. But zinc oxide sunscreen is more of a physical sunscreen. So it's kind of like wearing a shirt over your scar to protect it. And the idea is that if your scar is exposed to the sun, he said for like a year after the surgery, then it might not fade as it normally would, and it might actually get darker. And I don't mind if my scar never fades. I feel like I earned this scar, but I don't really want it to get darker. So I took his advice and I went looking for a good zinc oxide sunscreen. So right before we went to Disney, I did some research and I found some zinc oxide sunscreen that were like in little pots, and you had to like scoop them out with your finger and like apply it with your finger, and they were fine. But I felt like I was having a little bit of an allergic reaction to one of them. I have super sensitive skin, so that didn't surprise me at all. But they just didn't seem like the best that they could be, and it was kind of messy, and I was hoping to find something that was more like a chapstick that I could just apply like in a stick, or like a deodorant almost. So after we went to Disney, I was in an Ulta and I actually found my holy grail zinc oxide sunscreen. So that's what this video is. That was a long intro. This video is going to be me showing you guys what my favorite zinc oxide sunscreen for medical scars is to protect your scar from the sun in the summer, but I guess not exclusively the summer, because you could still get sunburned and sun exposure in the winter depending on where your scar is. Since mine is on my knee, if it's colder, I'm gonna be wearing pants, so like I'm gonna be fine. But if you have your scar somewhere else that's gonna be exposed to the sun during different times of the years, then this could be for any time. The brand that I found in Ulta is called Bare Republic sunscreen, and this is not sponsored in any way. It's just the ones that I found that I like the best, and I had a hard time finding it, so I kind of want to like give you guys this information just in case you're in the same situation. I know quite a few people who are like going through the same thing, like knee surgeries, watch these videos. So if you're looking for a sunscreen, this is what I like. So I found two different versions of the same brand. They're just a little bit different. So the one that I'm using the most often is their neon line of sunscreen. So it just comes in this little like chapstick almost size container, and they come in a whole bunch of different colors. So the one that I've been liking the best is blue, so that's the one that I'm showing today, but I have it in almost every color that they come in. All of the colorful ones are scented, which I do not like. Just in general, I don't like smells, and this one actually smells like fake blueberries, which is my least favorite scent, I think, out of all of them, but I like the blue one the best. I don't know why. But because my scar is so far away from my face, I can't really smell it that much. This one has 25% zinc oxide. The zinc oxide sunscreen that I was using when we were in Disney had like 7% zinc oxide in it. I don't know a lot. I'm not a medical professional. I don't know a lot about like what you should be looking for in zinc oxide sunscreen, but to me that just seems better. Like if you're looking for like SPF, I feel like the higher amount of zinc oxide is better than not. So this is the highest amount that I have found in any sunscreen, 25%. It says that it's water resistance for 80 minutes, and I believe it. You just take the lid off, and it's this little like guy that you can roll up, and the colorful ones I've noticed are pretty chalky. They're quite dry, which is a good thing. That's actually what you should be looking for, because then it's not going to rub off on just anything. It will come off a little bit, but for the most part the dryness helps. I've noticed that with those other ones that I was using in the pots, they were so wet, they were never drying down. So I do like the chalkiness of this. To me, that's a positive. But one, I guess, concern about this one in general is that because they're colorful, they do stain your skin a little bit after you're done with it. You do kind of have to wash it off or like scrub it off with soap, but that's fine because I want it to stay on. But it does come off on your clothes, and it does not come out of your clothes. I have gotten almost every single color of this sunscreen on the inside of my shorts, like when I'm putting my pants on, if I've accidentally put my sunscreen on before I put my clothes on, or if I'm like taking my clothes off, going to the bathroom, whatever. the sunscreen does get on the inside of my shorts almost every time because I forget that it's there, and it does not come off of the inside of my shorts. So these do stain, so be careful if you do use these. And they are my favorite, but that's just like the main downfall of them. Because the scar is on my knee, I don't care that there's like a big blue stripe down my leg. I guess if the scar was on a different part of my body, I might not want it to be super colorful. Like, I like the colors on my leg, but they do also make just like a white version of it. This one has a lower percentage of zinc oxide. This one only has 20%. This is their sport line, so this one is like the neon. I think people are using these when they like go to raves and stuff, but this one is like the sports one, probably what lifeguards are putting on their noses. Same idea, where it's like a little stick that rolls up, but this one smells like coconut, just like a regular sunscreen scent, which I do like, but because it has a lower percentage of zinc oxide, I'm not wearing this one as frequently because I do want to protect myself as much as I can. So this one is good for like occasions where I want to look nicer, I guess, but I'm gonna be outside. I don't want a big blue stripe on my leg, but this one doesn't dry down, I guess, as much as the colorful ones. It's not as chalky. This one has the consistency of like a legitimate chapstick, where it's like a little bit greasy and it stays that way, but it does have a higher percentage of zinc oxide than others that I have found. So these are my two favorite zinc oxide sunscreens. I just wanted to let you guys know what I'm using, what I like. Summer's almost over, so I feel like I should have probably posted this earlier on, but I'm really enjoying these. I've used them all summer, and I've had some direct sunlight exposure. For the most part, like, I'll put it on if, like, even if I'm just like gonna go to the mall, because I'm gonna be outside, like walking in the parking lot, and I'm assuming that any amount of sun exposure isn't good. Or if I'm driving, I notice that there sometimes is sunlight directly on my knee. But there have been a few times where I've been totally outside in the sun, out at the beach, and then we went to Hershey Park and we were like at the water park, and I was totally exposed to the sun. My leg got sunburned, but when I took the sunscreen off, there was like a legit tan line. So it's totally working. They're totally protecting the scar from the sun, which is awesome, and I'm glad that I found something that works and is convenient. I love these because I could just throw them in my purse. I wish that I could just leave them in the car, but I'm sure that they would like totally melt in one day. It's been so hot, so I haven't done that, but I always keep one in my purse just in case if I forget to put it on, and then I can put it on the go. And then if I need to reapply, sometimes I do. When we went to the water park, I did reapply after we were like done, but I might not have needed to really. Like, it held on, and we were like on tubes and in lazy rivers and going on slides, and it held up. So I think it's great. I wanted to show how this applies since we are gonna be leaving. I'm sitting in the shade right now, so I guess my knee's been okay this whole time that we're out here, but we are gonna be leaving, or actually going to the beach right now. So I just wanted to show how easily these apply and how thick I leave it on. I think maybe you don't have to put it on as thick as I do, but I'm not taking any chances. All right, so I have Chris holding the camera right now, so I just wanted to show my scar right now. You can see there's like a white outline to my scar, and that's from me wearing sunscreen every single day when I'm outside. My scar is pretty big, and it's a little bit darker in this section right here, and then I have two spots on the sides. So I've just been covering the whole thing. Wherever there's a scar on here, I've been covering, and I think it's doing a really great job. So here's an update on my scar 7 months after having the surgery. Everything's going great. I'm gonna post an update video eventually. So I noticed this screw is a little bit loose, so I kind of hold on to it when I apply it just so it doesn't sink back down into the tube when I'm applying it. And then I just apply it just like a chapstick, really. And I usually like go over it a couple times so it looks like totally opaque on there, so I can't see a lot of the scar. And then I just do a little bit on each of those guys, and then that's it. It's so easy. It smells pretty strong right at first, like a fake blueberry scent, but it goes away after a while. So that's everything. I hope it helped. I hope if you're in the market for a zinc oxide sunscreen, you check out Bare Republic. Every time that I Googled zinc oxide sunscreen, not once did I ever see this brand mentioned online. I don't know why. They have a lot of different colors. They have some glittery ones, which I've also purchased that I haven't been using that much, but I really like them, and I think they're doing a great job covering that scar. So check them out if you're in the market for a good zinc oxide sunscreen to cover your medical scar. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Those links are down below. Oh, it's weird to have you watching me and not sitting next to me. Hello, if you're new here, my name, oh my gosh, we just started. Do the bugs get louder? Always just getting the air conditioning. I hate filming outside. I just wanted to mix it up. I feel weird being alone. So because the scar is on my knee, because the scar is, oh my God, there's just so many sounds. Can everyone just be quiet? This is a live set. Oh my God. Is it one or is it a lot, do you think?
What?
Like the bugs, do you think that's more than one or is it just one?
That's way more than one.
Really?
Yeah.
They all do it at the same time?
Well, one starts and then